Hello everyone. In this slide we are going to learn about principles of inheritance and variation, MCQs. So first question, hemophilia is more common in males because it is dash. So just look at the option here, recessive character carried by Y chromosome, dominant character carried by Y chromosome, dominant trait carried by X chromosome and recessive trait carried by X chromosome. So here, and when you just look at hemophilia, sex-linked, it is X-linked, right? So sex-linked you have two, X-linked and Y-linked. And when you look at hemophilia, it is X-linked. So the gene that is responsible for causing hemophilia is present in X chromosomes. So what will be the correct answer here? Recessive trait carried by X chromosome. So hemophilia is more common in males because it is a recessive trait carried by X chromosome. The crossing of F1 to either of the parents is known as. So when you cross two different parents, you'll get the result F1. You call it as first generation or filial generation, F1 hybrid. And when this F1 is crossed with the either of the parents, crossing of F1 to either of the parents, any parent, either it may be a dominant one or it may be a recessive one, then you call that as a back cross. So what is the correct answer here? Back cross. So the cross of F1 to either of the parents, if it is given as it is a recessive parent, the crossing of F1 to recessive parent, then you call that as what? Test cross, right? Okay. But here, what is the question given here? The crossing of F1 to either of the parent is known as. So what is the correct answer here? B, back cross. And third question, father of a child is colorblind and mother is carrier for color blindness. So the probability of the child being colorblind is, so you have to work out, right? The father of the child is colorblind. So what about the allele representation? So you have to work out the cross and you have to find out the answer. So what will be the correct answer here? B, 50%. So here, father of a child is colorblind. So how can you represent colorblind? X, C, Y. So here you can understand that the father is colorblind because this X only carry genes here. Y does not carry gene. That is why we have learned that hemophilia and colorblindness, they are X-linked recessive characteristics. Okay, so here when this colorblind father is crossed with the carrier mother, mother is a carrier. So XX is normal women, right? And XH means affected. Here carrier. So here again X, it is colorblind. So you can use C. If it is hemophilia, you have to use H. So here mother is a colorblind or carrier, right? Carrier. Mother is carrier and father is colorblind. So here it's father, here mother. Okay, so when you cross, what will be the probability? So XC, right? So XC when it is crossed with XC. So XC, right? And then XC is crossed with X, right? And then Y with XC. So you have to write it as XC. And then Y with X, right? So when you look at the possibilities here it is female. So colorblind female child, daughter. And here again carrier daughter. Daughter is a carrier. Here it is colorblind son, isn't it? Right? Male. And here it is normal male. So what is the question here? Father of a child is colorblind and mother is carrier for colorblindness. Right? The probability of the child being colorblind is. So they have not mentioned whether female or male. The probability of the child being colorblind. So here when you just look at here, this is one colorblind characteristics and here this is one colorblind. Whereas this comes under carrier female and here this is a normal male. So mention the probability of the child being colorblind. So what is the correct answer here? B will be the correct answer, 50%. Right? Next question is fourth question. Females with Turner syndrome have. So we have learned about Klinefelter syndrome, Turner syndrome. So Turner syndrome is 44 plus XO. So here, what about the options given here? Small uterus, rudimentary ovaries, underdeveloped breast, and all of these. So when you just look at the symptom here, A, B, C, all come under the symptom of Turner syndrome, right? the uterus will be small and ovaries will not be well developed and underdeveloped breasts. In that case, here what will be the correct answer here? Females with Turner syndrome have all of these. So D is the correct option. Next is fifth question. Patau syndrome is also referred to as. What is the correct answer? 13 trisomy. Right? So A is 13 trisomy, B is 18 trisomy, C is 21 trisomy, and D is none of these. So what is 18 trisomy? Edwards syndrome. What is 21 trisomy? Mongoloids, Down syndrome, right? So what is the correct answer here for Patau syndrome is 13 trisomy. So A is the correct answer, 13 trisomy. Next, the sixth question. Which of the following is true about RH factor in the offspring of a parental combination capital D small d into capital D small d, whereas both RH positive, because one alphabet here mentioned is caps, right? So what would be the option here? A, all will be RH positive, B, half will be RH positive, C, about 3/4 will be RH negative, and D is about 1/4 will be RH negative. So the same way we have to cross it. So when you just cross it, what will be the result? Capital D into capital D small d. Just look at the question here. Here there is a capital D and here also there is a capital D. So it is considered as what? RH positive. And the other one is also said to be RH positive. Right? So when you cross, what will happen? Capital D, next one is capital D small d, the other one is capital D small d, and the next cross is small d small d. So when you look at all the three results, there is a capital D, right? But here fourth one, both are small d's. So here when you see first one, it is said to be RH positive, second one is also RH positive, and the third one is also RH positive. But fourth one, there is no capital D. Both are small d's. So here it represents RH negative. So just look at the question here. Which of the following is true about RH factor and the offspring of a parental combination? Capital D small d into capital D small d. So what is the answer here? About 1/4 will be RH negative. You can see all the three are RH positive and the last one, only 1/4 is RH negative. So which is the correct answer here? D is the correct answer. Next question, seventh question. XO type of sex determination and XY type of sex determination are examples of. So XY, very good example. XY we know. In human, it is XX is female and XY is male, right? So if the gametes are different, you call it as hetero. So hetero is different and homo is same. So here XO is different and XY is different. So you can come to a conclusion that XO type of sex determination and XY type of sex determination are examples of male heterogamety. So what is the correct answer? A, male heterogamety. Next question, eighth question. A marriage between a colorblind man and a normal woman produces. So when a colorblind man is crossed with, right, when he get married with a normal woman, what will be the possibilities? So A is all carriers or daughters and normal sons, 50% carrier daughters and 50% normal daughters, and C is 50% colorblind sons and 50% normal sons, and D is all carrier offsprings. And simply you can work out here. You know the allele what to represent for colorblind, like color blindness, the same way as hemophilia. So just work out. So what is the answer here? A, all carriers are daughters and normal sons. What about colorblind man here? XCY. Here the male is affected, right? So here you call this as colorblind because X alone carry the gene. That is why here you call this as X-linked recessive gene, right? And then normal women. So what about the results? When a marriage between a colorblind man and a normal woman produces, so just make a cross XCX, and again you have to cross this with XEX, and again Y must be crossed with like cross multiplication, and then XY. So what about the result here? This is female, right? So here what about female? Carrier, right? And here it's a carrier. and this is normal male, and here also normal male, right? So when you just look at the options, all daughters are carriers, whereas sons are normal. So what will be the correct option here? All carrier daughters and normal sons. So A is the correct answer. And next is ninth question. Universal donor and universal recipients blood group are dash and dash. We have learnt, so universal donor is O and universal recipient is AB. So donor is one who donates to others and recipient is one who receives blood from others. So what is the correct option here? B. Universal donor is O and universal recipient is AB. And the last question, 10th question. ZW is a digit system of sex determination occurs in. So this type of sex determination is seen in fishes, reptiles, birds. So what will be the correct option here? Answer is D, all of these. Thank you.